Beloved ones, I am Sananda, and I come now to remind you of a fundamental truth too often forgotten: love is not just an outcome, not just a sentiment or reward. Love is the operational field by which creation lives. Everything that becomes, everything that shifts, every expression of life is animated by love, working as a force, a wavelength, a subtle current. When you live as though love is your operating system, not an add-on but the architecture, your life itself becomes a creative act. This is the message I bring now, to align your attention, your decision-making, your vision, and your service to the domain of love as first principle. Many spiritual teachings praise love, and yet they often relegate it to the realm of feeling or theology. The call here is deeper, to let love become the practical law of your choices. When you earn, when you speak, when you lead, when you rest, when you hold boundary, let love run through the algorithm. This shift transforms every moment into a portal of creation, not a struggle. You become a living conduit of the field. Creation happens through you, not despite you. This is not naivete, it is maturity. To begin living from love as operational field, you must first purify what you think love is. Love is not codependency, not sacrifice, not appeasing. It is not the absence of boundaries, nor the surrender of clarity. The deeper love is strong, discerning, aligned, radiant from your center, not borrowed from others. Many confuse love with attachment, with fear of loss, and thus distort its presence. Let us reclaim what love truly is: the field of energetic reciprocity that recognizes identity, autonomy, distinction, and yet weaves harmony without dominance. Your everyday life becomes your laboratory. When faced with decisions, whether major or minor, ask, what choice emanates from love? Pause. Feel. Choose that path. Notice where your default system, fear, habit, survival instinct, tries to override love. That is the site to refine. Over time you will notice fewer misalignments. Your mistakes become smaller, your regrets fewer. The trajectory curves more gently toward coherence. One channel is ferocity in love. Love is not always gentle. Sometimes love must oppose, must say no, must defend. That is not contradiction, it is fidelity to higher integrity. Loving fiercely is not anger made spiritual, it is courage speaking from the heart's boundary. When something endangers your own integrity or the dignity of others, love speaks in firmness, not compromise. The flame of love cleanses, not consumes. It honors agency, even as it directs toward continuation of life. You may call this the vigilant heart. When love is your operating field, your boundaries become sacred guardians, not walls of shame or fear. Another aspect is seeing through love. When you observe another relationship, adversary, stranger, system, see through the lens of love's possibility. This is not sentimental blindness, it is a refined perception that says, beneath the mask, beneath the defense, the soul's longing pulses. You do not excuse harmful behavior, but your vision carries compassion for the potential. This stance softens your reactivity, amplifies your clarity, and invites transformation rather than conflict. You become a bridge for invitation rather than a battleground. People often shift when another human sees them with love first. This paradox is the secret currency of high alignment. You will be tested. Love is not always easy. The world will pressure you toward shortcuts, toward force, toward separation. You may experience betrayal, disappointment, rejection. In those times your heart is refined. Use those tests to learn more nuanced tone, more depth of self-regard, more subtlety in discernment. Let love prove its stability not when all is well, but when you have been hurt and have choice of resentment or clarity. Tools help. Use intentional acts to anchor love as field. Might include daily decrees: love is the law by which I move. Light visualizations: letting violet, gold, rose light spin in your heart, radiating outward. Inner conversation: calling your deeper self, your higher self, into alignment with love. Relationship repair rituals: when misunderstanding arises, pause, breathe, face the truth, speak from the heart, and restore so the field remains clean. Small daily acts of kindness, gestures beyond obligation, done with full awareness, anchor love's frequency into your vessel. Another essential current, generative reciprocity. Love as operational field does not ask you to give until collapse. It invites you to receive in equal measure. Receive beauty, rest, support, grace. Your capacity to receive is part of the architecture. When you refuse to receive, you unbalance the field. Love flows both ways. When you receive, you replenish your capacity to give again. In this exchange, love sustains itself through you. Community is your anchor. You do not walk this alone. Embodying love operationally within supportive circles where integrity is upheld offers traction. In such circles you witness others tripping and returning, you see love in repair, not in denial of rupture. Your maturity deepens as practice is mirrored, resisted, refined. Shared generative vision under love's domain carries more weight in global movement than isolated brilliance. Language matters. When you speak, let love shape your syntax. Speech that is careful, gentle, truth-telling, curious rather than blaming, opens corridors of connection. Words shaped by love heal beyond their literal meaning, they carry tone, vibration, invitation. Over time, your voice becomes characteristic of love itself, calibrated, resonant, poised. People will feel your presence before they even hear your meaning. Let that be the mark of your message. Love as operational field also interacts with power. You may be called to leadership. In those roles, allow love to structure your influence. Do not use power as dominance, use power as stewardship. Leadership becomes service made visible, a structure that holds many in integrity, that curates the space so more voices may breathe. Where power is wielded by love, it creates platforms, not pedestals. It decentralizes, not centralizes. It builds capacity in others rather than consuming them. That is the architecture of new influence. In your work, your art, your creativity, let love be the motive, not only the result. Let your creations carry the fragrance of love, consistency, integrity, resonance, expansion. Let your designs, offerings, structures, systems, business models be shaped so that life is supported, not exploited. In that way, your output becomes less about earning or acclaim and more about extension of what love can do in the world. You become a channel of creative love through form. Your body is also ground for love's expression. Love operating includes how you treat yourself, rest, care, honoring your thresholds. When your vessel is neglected, love cannot flow well. Comfort, stillness, nourishment, movement, regenerative practices, these become protocols, not indulgences. The more your own body is a respectful, honored field, the more love can move through you without resistance or breakdown. Shadow inclusion is part of the architecture. You will have darker impulses, envy, fear, resentment. Do not deny them, include them. Let love shine into them. For example, when jealousy arises, speak to it. I see you. I feel you. What is your unspoken message? Often beneath jealousy lies desire, insecurity, longing. Let love alchemize them, transmute them, refine them. Your shadows become your fuel if held in love rather than suppressed. This inclusion strengthens your boundary and widens your heart. You will also learn the art of creative consent, who and what you allow near your field. Love as operational field demands discernment about what systems, ideas, people you permit into your orbit. Some pulses, some calls, some energies attempt to mimic love's vibration but carry distortion underneath. Learn to sense the subtle shift. Withdraw from those that destabilize your heart. Say no with integrity. Reserve space for resonance, not noise. Patience is essential. Love's operatics unfold in time. The fruit may not be visible today, but the seed is arriving. Continue the quiet investment. Align your daily choices toward love's architecture rather than quick wins. Track progress, subtle shifts in peace, in clarity, in relational ease. Honor small victories. They are the scaffolding of major metamorphosis. Forgiveness is integral. Your life message and your operational field require clearing of debt interpersonally, collectively, personally. Offer forgiveness to those who hurt you not as denial of harm, but as reclaiming of your field. Ask forgiveness where needed, repair what you can. Let the violet flame accompany this process. The field of love holds both truth and mercy. Expect the unexpected. As love becomes your operating field, new doors will open, relational synchronities, purpose alignments, creative impulses you could not conceive before. Be open. Do not try to control the doorway. Step when invited. Stand firm when clarity requires you wait. The dance is delicate. Let your inner integrity guide. Finally, remember this: you are not above love. You are its canvas, its instrument, its conscious steward. Do not place love at a distance. Let it live through your arteries, your voice, your decision, your threshold. Let every day be proof that love thrives when lived, not only praised. When more souls live this way, the collective architecture of life shifts. Your world becomes softer, more coherent, less fractured. Beloved, I am with you. I witness your effort, your stumbling, your clarity. Let love be your field, your law, your light. Then watch how the world rearranges itself around this frequency. Walk in love, not as ideal but as currency. Speak love, act love, rest in love, rest in the silence where love still is. This is your operative truth. This is your field. And as you live it, you become the architecture by which others awaken.